So, mommy blog time. I did some research. I'm bored. I've got good news. None of this is personal, but it kind of makes it worse because the bad news is when there's such a collective of greedy, psycho, scared, willing to do anything and everything to cover their crime, and it's a ton of people, especially in the US, and they're willing on national TV to try to kill our current president and then frame him for, I mean, how many felonies does he have? Frame him for a ton of crimes and then stick him with some weirdo from South Africa to make him look even worse. I digress. The topic I was researching is, I'll admit, I've always been terrible with money because I didn't finish the 10th. I finished the 9th grade. But I've always been terrible with money. But I kind of did a little research on U.S. national debt and cartel. You know, you kind of tend to do that when, you know, the feds and police try to murder you or try to murder your brother who was a vet. And you know what I mean? It gets real weird. So you're trying to dig and try to understand. Quit it, Kevin. Sorry, Kevin's my dog. Quit licking yourself. Sorry. Anywho, and it's right there. Oh my God, so easy, right? When you owe, it's not even trillions of dollars, billions of dollars, it's trillions of dollars. The easiest and laziest thing to do is to go after the cartel, right? They have all that money, and we don't even know how much money that these governments are seizing. And then, of course, the U.S. big bullies, big assholes. They're sneaky, they're nasty. They suck in these poor Latin American countries, you know, to turn on their own. They'll throw them a little bit of money, but then, you know, they'll backstab them, murder them, or whatever. But the proof's in the pudding. It's so fucked up. But what's even more fucked up is it's not just cartel, it's gangs in the US or superstar, whatever. To get close to them, you use women and hip hop artists. You know what I mean? Because they like entertainment or whatnot. And in order to get them to flip, because nobody's going to flip on a cartel unless you have something really good on them, like they're cheating on their wife or they're having fuck parties. And if you don't, you know, get us this really big guy, the big cartel guy, because we need their money because we're fat, white, lazy, and gross, and we're about to lose our jobs, we need to pay our bills. Ah, it's so fucked up. And I didn't even dig that deep. But I honestly feel the tables are turning with Trump. How do I feel about cartel? Honestly, I feel, number one, it's none of my fucking business. And number two, if whatever government, including our own, wasn't so corrupt, we wouldn't have Bloods and Crips. Because usually, in their own right, you want to label them as gangs, but they're their own like little militias or militaries, or they're protecting their families. Because, I mean, there's nothing more American than, and I've been there. Your brother's murdered, your cousin's murdered, your whoever's murdered in the street, or, you know, by your own government, by your own local police. And who's going to protect you? So I have nothing against the cartel because it's none of our fucking business. But I find it quite interesting that it's still spilling over. And it's still happening. But I have a feeling it's going to stop. Jig is up, boys.